is unnecessary. So the quote they use all the time is value is not going to add itself. Just again, kind of snarky, and you'll see why they had a field day when they first saw what this API is. So to get value out of this, or to get data out of this, you say e.value .value.x. So look at all that value we've added. So again, this is a bug in the, it's kind of a design issue. They went a little bit crazy with generics, so there's a lot of .values in there. So again, this is something we want to address before we ship. And I'm going to multiply this. So this is going to be a unit of gravity. And I'm basically setting a pixel based on a unit of gravity. So this is how you really do a physics engine, but we're just kind of trying to write the least code possible. So I'll just multiply this by 3, so the thing moves a little faster. And we'll do the same thing here too. So we'll say set top. And since the y-axis is kind of opposite of the screen dimensions, we're going to do negative y instead of add it. So again, we're going to add a bunch more value and multiply that by 3. So now we will change this to deploy to the device because the emulator right now doesn't have a accelerometer support built in. And we'll see what we've got. So let's go fire up the Wolf Vision. It's definitely something the emulator folks are looking into. Like the PDC laptops that are floating out there have accelerometers built in, so it's definitely something that's possible. Okay, so man, can we get a little focus on this guy? It's so not happy right now. Okay, that's going to have to do. This is good enough for this demo. So we'll click the button to start, and now you can see as we tip the thing, it moves. Yeah, I know, terribly exciting, huh? So did anyone go to Peter Blois's Blend talk yesterday? It was back-to-back with him on a phone session, so you might have missed it. He actually wrote a pretty cool game using the accelerometer, so I'm going to just show you that here. He's got all the code for that on his blog, and kind of goes with this session, so I'll show you that here. Come on. Here's Madness. So this is a game that uses the accelerometer. It actually uses an existing Blend physics library, if you guys have messed with that from Blend 3. And again, he's taken an existing Silverlight library and repurposed it for the phone, and he's basically feeding the physics forces via the accelerometer. And it's kind of your standard little maze game. So you can tip this guy and have the ball move. Oh, sorry. Press to start. Oh, God. It's a trap. I'm really bad at this, by the way. I've never beat it. Anyways. You don't need to see that. But anyways, it's just, there are a lot more interesting things you can do with the accelerometer. I just want to show you a really simple sample to show, how to use the API. So jumping back to the slides. Another form of input is the microphone API. So this is something that came in from the XNA framework. And so if you're familiar with the XNA mic API, this is something that you'll be able to use in Silverlight apps as well. Basically, it gives you access to the raw PCM wave data popping off the mic. You can set a buffer of about a second total. And when the buffer's filled, you get an event, and you call the getData method to pull data off that. If you want to sample faster, you can actually just call the getData method whenever if you want to basically consistently pull. And if you're writing an app with this, you need about 10 millisecond latency. So it's pretty good for real-time processing, but it's not perfect. So now we'll jump to talk about output. So again, we'll hop back to the PC and write some code. No need to hear me jaw on about this stuff. So create a new project here. So first thing we'll do here is add some media. Drag it right in. And so let's add on a media element. The media element you guys all know and love. Okay, so because all this stuff is done with hardware decoding, you have to basically set bitmap cache or the cache mode to bitmap cache. This is something that we're going to do automatically when we ship, but for now you have to do this. So unless you set this, you won't actually be able to see media playing back. So we'll say cache mode. And then we'll go set the rest of the properties in the property grid. So set the source to our movie. Kick up the volume a little. And tell it to autoplay false. And so we'll actually set the, we'll set it so when you click on the media element, it starts to play back. So we'll say mouse left button up. Now here what we're going to do is we're going to give the user a little nudge that the video playback is starting, so we're going to use the vibration API. So we'll add a vibrate controller. I need to add a reference first. So this one's in Microsoft.devices. Sorry, what am I thinking? It's, again, this one you've got your default model here because there's really only one per device. And then this one's actually really, really simple. Vibrate controller.start, and just takes a time span. So you can vibrate for as long or as little as you like. It's a static. It's magical. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's a property. Thanks, guys. Coding with friends. And then we're going to start the media playback. So let's do 2 seconds. 3 is a little excessive. Don't get any ideas. So now again, we'll deploy this to the device because there's no vibration thing on a PC that I know about. You guys have dirty minds. All right. So push that out to the device, so we'll go switch back to the Wolf Vision. To see the beautiful setting screen. I'll go home. So this is going to take just slightly longer to deploy. It's got like that video file's got a little bit of size to it, so this should hopefully take just a few more seconds. Oh yeah, and they gave me the highest tech mic technology they had to mic the device, so we're going to fire this up. See if this works. Come on, there we go. And I screwed something up. Oh well, let's see. There you go. I'm going to go back to the laptop here, see what we did wrong. So it's content, that's correct. Spell bitmap cache right. That should work. Play false. Set the source. That should be good. And we'll try. Yeah, there's a bug right now in the how that works. That's actually by design. We'll give it one more shot. Why not have 2 devices, right? We've got a spare here. We'll give it another quick whirl, and if it doesn't work, we'll move on. Of course, this stuff never works when you show it in front of a couple hundred people. Yeah, there's a bug that it's the relativeness is not working for media files right now. It defaults to content over a certain size. So I verified it was content too. We'll see. We'll give one more shot. And nope. Oh well. Sorry about that. I do have another copy of the app, but if you guys want to see it afterwards, that does shake for 2 seconds. I promise. You can come by and check it out afterwards. So I'll move back to this device for now. All right. Oops. More arbitrary trivia. So as far as media support goes, as I mentioned, we've got hardware decode of audio and video on the device. Scott mentioned this yesterday, but I think it's important to emphasize. You've got media stream source and play ready DRM support.